Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to Valhalla, located at Pleasant Grove High School. We welcome you to Day 2 of Level Up Hoopfest, sponsored by Bucked Up Energy. We welcome our guests and show participants. Good luck in today's competition. We'll start with our visiting team starting out.
You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Level Up Hoopfest on League Ready. In beautiful Pleasant Grove, Utah, we come to you with a trifecta today on our network, and we welcome you into the booth. Sam Brief alongside Isaac Trotter. And Isaac, today's first matchup, Veritas Academy, Link Academy. It is rife with top-level guards.
Yeah, the high-level guard play today. Rand Solhi, you're going to see from Veritas. He is terrific. He is a walking triple-double threat. And then on the other hand, we get Carlos Medlock Jr. He's going to Michigan State. If you know anything about what Tom Izzo point guard looks like, Carlos Medlock Jr. certainly applies.
He's pretty prototypical. And yesterday, Solhi and Veritas were maybe our most impressive team of this tournament. 88 points in a victory over Utah Prep. And Solhi with 8 assists was the engine of a lot of that.
9 threes in the first half is certainly a good way to start, and then Veritas shot over 69% in the second half. I'm curious to see if it can hold up in the second half, but Solhi's ability just to set the table, find the right spots on the floor, I thought was super, super impressive, but he will be tested today.
Meanwhile, for Link, Carlos Medlock Jr., 21 points yesterday, 9 of 14 from the floor in a win over Wasatch. Electric!
Clever is another word that I think of to describe him. He just gets into different places. He's creative, and that's the beauty of it. And he also runs his team at a very, very high level. He is really the straw that stirs the drink for this Link group.
He might be the main straw, and he certainly was yesterday, but there are a lot of straws in that backcourt for second-year head coach Chad Myers. Davion Thompson joins him. Luka Foster, who yesterday scored 16 points in that win over Wasatch. Up front for Link, there's a lot of muscle with 6'5 senior Trent Perry, 7'2 senior Ethan Taylor. But yesterday they were out-rebounded by 9 in that win over Wasatch.
Kind of lucky to get away with a win in a game you're out-rebounded by 9. That has to flip today.
And Taylor at 7'2 loses the tip. Veritas will start with it. With Veritas in the white, Link in the blue. This is game 1 of the day on our network at the Level Up Hoopfest. Sam Brief, Isaac Trotter, our wonderful crew. Delighted to be with you. And right away, it's Solhi kicking to Boyan Zhang, who was another star of yesterday's show. 6 on the shot clock. And Solhi gets it muscled out of his hand by Perry. It'll remain Veritas ball with 4.
No driving lanes in that first possession there. They were really locked in their man-to-man defense.
And Perry, sort of a bulldog, throwback defender who next year will play at Kansas. Okay, 4 to shoot. Tipped out of bounds off of Perry. So now an inbound with 3.
Deflections, again, are something that college coaches really crave. Perry with 2 already through the first 28 seconds of game action.
2 deflections, 28 seconds. Send him out, and he's got a good box score. Here's Solhi. It's blocked by Perry. What a 30 seconds for Trent Perry. And then he steps through, up and under, twirls it in.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. The Kansas commit getting off, using defense into offense to get us started.
Could you script a better start for TP? Here's Zhang in front of the Link bench, going to work. Zhang, fadeaway shot off, and offensive rebound, for a moment by Sam, but then plucked away by Thompson.
Link's guards coming down to rebound will be huge today in this one.
Here's Taylor muscling in, and the miss. Gets his own board, right back up, no, again. Then the ball tipped out of his hand, and Taylor's on the ground.
5 on 4 here. If they sprint, they can get a layup.
A 3 in the corner, off. Miss for Powell, and here comes Link, pushing the pace. Up, no good for Foster. Second chance, again no. And Link is 0 for their first 4. As a foul's called on the ground, Powell diving on Foster. They'll actually call a jump ball.
1 for 5 on layups so far to start's a little iffy.
Here's that first play, the one from Perry.
I mean, just give me a little bump, and it still doesn't matter for him to be able to get back to his right hand with that creative finish. That's high level.
He had 2 pass deflections and a block on the opening defensive possession, and then that beauty in transition.
It's amazing how often basketball, like, you're rewarded for the hustle plays with a little bit of the splash plays, too.
This is the karmic sport of the world, people. Meritocracy. Just 6 on the shot clock. Medlock to Thompson. Thompson, step back 3. Little short rebound to Sam. Veritas takes over.
Veritas going with basically 4 guards and 1 big today against Link. I like the strategy.
Deep 3 for Zhang. Off the mark, out of bounds to Link. And I can't blame Zhang for being audacious. Hit 3 triples yesterday.
As you were saying, he is not shy. Like, that ball gets in his hands, and he is ready to shoot that thing. The challenge also with that, though, is like at some point you do have to take good ones. You can't, I would take every time the ball touches your hand. It can't be a shot.
You're saying that wasn't high percentage? Here's Perry, step back Jay. Rims out, offensive rebound, though. In the corner, it's Foster, 4-3 and a foul.
Yeah, Gonzaga usually recruits dudes that know how to put the ball in the basket. Luka Foster is up next for that. But don't overlook the Ethan Taylor tip back, being able to get that offensive rebound. That's a really, really high-level play. His 2nd offensive rebound already of this game.
There's Taylor in the middle.
Yeah, that's the new strategy that teams are trying to do. Instead of grabbing it, just tip it back out, because then you have a chance for those kick-out threes, and threes after offensive rebounds are one of the most high-percentage shots in all of college, or in all of basketball right now.
I have images of the Ray Allen corner 3 in Game 6 of the 2012 Finals in my head. It was Chris Bosh with that big rebound.
Shout out Chris Bosh, one of the best role players of our generation.
How about this? 6-0 Link. Veritas still searching for their first bucket after scoring 88 yesterday. And Powell supplies it with a 3.
Yeah, you miss one assignment there and don't understand that Josh Powell is going to go. He's one of the, he can really, really score.
Now Taylor with a mid-range J, already more points than yesterday. Taylor with 2.
2 points and now 3 rebounds, I think, for Taylor here through the first 3 minutes. That activity level is going to be really, really important.
Here's Zhang, quick trigger, but he'll bounce it to Dopsis and the foul.
That's a terrific read by Zhang. Just the ability to understand he drew 2, get it out of my hands, don't have to fire it every single time. Now a chance for Veritas to have an old-fashioned 3-point play.
And it's the Greek center Dopsis on this pick and roll.
I love bigs that really hit somebody when they're trying to set a screen. Dopsis certainly made contact on that one. This basketball's a contact sport.
And at 6'11", 280, I'm not so sure I want to get hit by him.
Bricks in his britches is the one phrase my coach would use in high school.
Yeah, big bricks. It looks like a lane violation here. Everyone was kind of hovering over the line there, so no shocker to see it. The Veritas head coach, George Zidane, happy to get another look for Dopsis, who can't convert it.
4 rebounds for Taylor early. That's a really good sign for him, getting your big fella into the game.
Foster the fake. Foster can't hit it this time, and then the follow executed to perfection by Perry.
He profiles as an elite role player, and through the first 3.5-ish minutes, we've seen all of it with the deflections, offensive rebounds, getting out in transition defensively. Like, those are stuff that Bill Self really craves.
Quick pass from Zhang to Powell. Down low, kicks it. Nice fake, Soley. Back to Powell. Mid-range J stuffed by Taylor. Now weaving in Richardson, little strong. Zhang on the putback, no. Dopsy's fighting, and Thompson ends up with it. 3 missed baskets on that possession for Veritas. Medlock with a tray. Timeout Veritas.
Interesting early. They put Josh Powell on Medlock early, tried to get his rhythm out of the way a little bit, but in transition, when you run, you get open looks, and Medlock is going to be a high-level shooter this year. And when he's able to walk into something like this, like, that's bottoms. Give me 3 of these.
And Medlock, an efficient 9 for 14 yesterday, hits his first field goal attempt of the afternoon. And Isaac, the way Link has started shooting the ball and playing such tenacious defense reminds me of the way Veritas looked in the early going yesterday.
I think it's just really, really important, the quality of look that Link has really forced Veritas into having. There's not a lot of open looks. Outside of that one open three that Josh Powell got on like a breakdown, a missed defensive assignment, Link has really forced them into contested jumpers and contested shots at the rim. That's all really, really promising moving forward. And that's the beauty of basketball, right? Yesterday you got easy looks in the first half. You make 9 threes, offense is coming easy. That really guarantees nothing 24 hours later.
The numbers yesterday were astounding for Veritas. They shot just under 60% from the floor, from 3, and over 80% from the line on 20 made free throws.
You're gonna win a lot of basketball games when you make a lot of shots.
All of them, right? It's the beauty of the game, but Veritas in a 13-5 hole halfway through the first quarter. Here at the Level Up Hoopfest in Utah. Great to have you with us on Thanksgiving week. Powell to Zhang. Cross-court pass, solely stuffed by Taylor. Second rejection for the big man.
Maybe the most talented big man in the class of 2026, and when he can put it all together as like that secondary backside rim protector like that, like get that out of here, that will get you on the floor early and often.
That is a no soup for you from Taylor. With 2 rejections, and then Perry kicks it out of bounds. How about the show that Taylor and Perry are putting on so far?
They're just excellent, and I think it's a big response to yesterday getting manhandled up front. They're against Wasatch. They're not letting that happen for the second day in a row.
They were -9 on the glass. You won't win many games with that, but they did yesterday.
Yeah, not to bring it all back to deflections again, but is that the 4th deflection for Perry already through 4 minutes? Like that's really high level.
He's played almost a perfect first quarter as Powell collects. Slow offensive start for Veritas. Step back Jay, rims out, rebound Perry, or rather Taylor, his 5th.
Another good possession for Link's defense, forcing a tough contested jumper.
Thompson going downhill. Off the glass, no, and it tips to Sam. Another second chance, and then they throw it away to Johnson. KJ Johnson a 3. Rims out, rebound Powell. Mid-ranger is bouncing everything, and out. It'll stay here.
Powell does not need much to get going, right? Offensively, it feels like he is just on the floor, wired to score. I like taking that open jumper, but I'd also, with a big, strong guy like that, I'd love to see him try to get downhill a little bit and see if he can get to the charity stripe.
6'5", 190. Offers have come his way from Illinois, Syracuse, Nebraska, and others. A bowling ball type of player. Here's Zhang, still searching for his first bucket. This spin, nice move, and he's blocked. Taylor, though, called for the foul on what would have been his 3rd.
I like that drive from Zhang, too. Again, you know the jumper is the first part of his game, but like those little slippery drives off the bounce are really impressive, and he goes in strong right at the shot blocker and now gets 2 free throws. Like really, really good offensive process for a guy that we've kind of labeled him a little bit, not a chucker, but just like he wants to shoot a lot of jumpers. I think his reads the last couple times he's had the basketball have shown a little bit of his progression and growth.
His first 2 touches were admittedly chucks, but then since then executed a beautiful pick and roll, and here hits both free throws after the foul on Taylor, which upon second look, that clearly was a foul. So 2:45 in the first quarter, 13-7 Link. Hot shooting to start for the Lions.
This is the matchup I was looking at right there. Powell and Medlock, that's fun at the top of the key.
Now down low, it's Taylor on the baseline, flips it. Foster shoots it and rims out for 3.
Good pass, good process, just missed a good open shot. You'll take that, though.
Powell to Zhang, the baseline drive, and a foul, this time on Foster. So again, Zhang attacking.
0.5-second basketball is something that the Golden State Warriors really did a good job of, like, hey, make quick decisions, and look at this. He gets the ball right away, right strong to the right hand and right to the rack, gets again to the free throw line. He is making quick, decisive moves on the basketball floor and being rewarded for it. The aggressor is usually rewarded in basketball, and Zhang is today.
One of the top prospects out of China, 6'8" senior Boyan Zhang, perfect from the stripe. Explain that 0.5-second basketball, the Warriors.
Yeah, it's basically like making a pass, a dribble, or a shot like really quickly, and it's you don't want to hold it. The longer you hold the basketball, the better the defense gets to rotate or being able to really kind of size you up. And when you're able to make quick reads and stacking those on top of each other, it's a way to generate open shots.
If you're playing like a Golden State Warrior at the high school level, you're probably doing something right.
He's a nice player. Zhang has been really impressive early. You can see why he was inserted in the starting lineup today. He's made really, really good reads early in this one.
He was 15 off the bench yesterday in the win. Veritas within 4 now. Good defensive pressure here against Medlock. Powell's all over him. Thompson has 6 to shoot. Knifes inside. Throws it up, and a foul, or rather a travel. They'll get Thompson on a turnover.
I think Josh Powell was MVP of that possession. He really shut down Medlock, and then he was able to stunt, get back in the gap. It forced another turnover there. Like that's great defense there. And for a big guard like him, 6'5", 210, when you can make your appeal as a two-way defender, like that's going to get you a lot more interest and frankly more money right now too.
More defense, more money, and realistically fewer problems. Zhang is driving the miss. Powell follows and misses that. Rebound to Reed. Here comes Link pushing the pace. Foster fouled right away. Richardson the guilty party.
Foster's smooth, man. Like he's just big, tall, long, and kind of like smooth. That's like the comp with him. And, you know, for a Gonzaga team, that's one of the oldest teams in college basketball this year. They're going to be looking for dudes to come in and be ready to play. And Foster is already like well on his way to proving that he can be, you know, kind of game ready from day one. Not all freshmen are, but Foster might be.
Perry is open and he converts.
Again, I keep talking about the elite role players are great cutters, and Perry is shown early. He is an excellent cutter on that one. Good read too.
Link doing a lot of things right through the first 7 minutes. Here's Ching, who just checked in. Senior out of the Bahamas. Now Richardson working on Foster. He'll chuck it and stick it.
Richardson gives Veritas just a different look. He's just fast off the bounce. He can make those pull-up jumpers. I like him. I think especially in this game, too, when you need a little bit more speed, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Richardson plays starters minutes today.
He had 10 points, 7 assists, 2 steals yesterday. And that Trey, his first bucket.
Now he gets the Medlock assignment.
And an offensive foul. They'll get a moving screen on Tristan Reed.
Yeah, I mean, Reed, like, physicality is a huge part of his game, but I think he just popped his hip out there a little bit. But, I mean, again, he's a guy, he's going to Mississippi State. Like, physical bigs is kind of Chris Jan's thing, so a good eval there. I think he's going to be a really nice player. The fact that Link can bring him off the bench kind of speaks to how loaded this group could be this year.
I mean, you have the 7th-ranked center in the senior class playing SEC basketball next year, coming off your bench. And then a little elbow from Richardson turns it back over.
Trading offensive fouls here in the last 3 sequences.
It's been a physical first quarter.
Early, like we talked about in the open, you know, Link gets out-rebounded by 9 yesterday. So far, they're out-rebounding Veritas 10-6. That's a really, really good start. Like, that's exactly what you need to be doing.
There's a happy Chad Myers, second-year head coach, who came over from New Mexico State, an assistant with the Aggies. And a quick foul called on Johnson. Game 1 of the day here on League Ready at the Level Up Hoopfest. And shot clock off for Medlock. Time for him to cook.
Yeah, I have a pretty strong feeling who's taking the shot here on this possession. It feels like this is going to be Carlos Medlock Jr. time.
And what a matchup. Carlos Medlock Jr. against Josh Powell on this left wing.
Probably got to go here with 7 seconds.
And there he goes. Gives it up. Here's Graybear down low. Reed is rejected, but a foul call against Precious Sam.
That looked like it might have been a jump ball. I kind of liked what Veritas did there defensively. Let's take a look at this one. Goes up strong. Man, that looked like a jump ball to me, or maybe a play on. Maybe they just thought the body. A little maybe too much body, but honestly, good defense on that one. I thought so.
I see a lot of hands on the basketball. Maybe ball don't lie.
They're definitely. They just said
that. This is a karmic sport.
They
right?
literally did just say that too on the bench. That's why they're laughing right there at the free throw line.
Second look for Reed. 50-50, we'll call it. It's Johnson with 1.5, and that'll do it for an entertaining first quarter. A physical Link Academy team up 16-12 here at the Level Up Hoopfest. We'll step aside and second quarter when we come back from Utah.
It's not just a burrito.
It's handheld.
Foil wrapped.
Really fresh.
Real ingredients.
From the farm.
Fresh every day.
Responsibly raised.
Without that bad stuff.
It's magic happening.
Best of the best, baby.
100% yum.
Literally massive deliciousness.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic.
Cumin, coriander. It's super tender.
Juicy. People love it. And it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're gonna want to put it on everything.
10 out of 10 flavor.
Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor, Chipotle. For real. Back at the Level Up Hoopfest, Sam Brief, Isaac Trotter, our wonderful crew, and what a first quarter for Link Academy, and it was the scrappiness of Trent Perry that really set the tone.
Yeah, the four-star prospect. He's heading to Kansas, and I think right now in college basketball circles, everyone's kind of looking for stars and then for role players, and they're excellent in their roles. And Trent has been excellent through the first, 8 minutes. We've tracked him for 4 deflections. He had a reverse layup. He had a backdoor cut for an open layup, and he's made a couple nice defensive plays. Pretty much all you could ask for.
Near perfection, and a quick whistle 2 seconds in. Looks like a technical foul is called at the table. And by the direction they're walking, it appears to be against Veritas. Okay, so technical foul on Veritas. And now Medlock will shoot the tech free throws.
Yeah, it sounds like Woody Ching just maybe said something. I don't know. Interesting.
And his coach not happy. It's the lead man, George Zidane, both the head coach and founder of Veritas Academy, located in Chino Hills, California.
And if you're Veritas, you feel like you've done a pretty good job on Carlos Medlock through that first quarter. Like, he only had that one open three, but really hasn't done a ton other than that. But then he gets those 2 free throws there, starts feeling good about himself. Like, that's scary when you let a good point guard like Medlock start to feel a little bit more in the flow of a basketball game.
You don't want to let him get into rhythm. And down low, Reed converts over Sam.
It doesn't feel like Link has much of a drop-off when they go to their bench unit right now. It's like Reed and Taj Ariza are really talented, and they're the 3rd and 4th bigs.
Richardson heaves it up, and it's boarded by Ariza. Pushing pace to Gray Bear. What a pass, what a finish.
I love that rebound and that immediate push-ahead pass. Offenses are trying to score in transition more and more than ever these days. And when you can grab and go up the glass and get a quick bucket in the first 5 seconds, that's the good stuff.
60-foot pass from Ariza, who will play at Oregon next year. Maybe Dan Lanning ought to take a look at him.
Look at the defense here, too. Oh, he got tripped up by his own guy, but he was all over Zhang.
Zhang for 3. Sticks it, his first.
You make one mistake, you trip a little bit, and Zhang will not let you off the hook.
No, he will not. And now for the response, a miss from Foster. And an offensive board for Barnes, who's fouled. Link continues to dominate the glass. They are +5.
I really like the second unit for Link. Gray Bears made a couple nice plays, getting out and running. Barnes there with the offensive rebound. Ariza, a couple nice defensive moves. Tristan Reed, was able to have an interior finish there to start. Like, when your second unit as a high school basketball team can give you really good positive minutes, that's a really good sign moving forward.
And now with the stripe, Cameron Barnes, who played some effective minutes yesterday. Junior out of Lee's Summit, Missouri.
Just early in this one, it feels like Veritas is going to have to get it going from 3, or they might be in trouble, because there's not a lot of interior buckets to be had, I think, against this Link front line.
They've been efficient from 3 so far, 3 of 4, but not hitting the high volume. We saw 9 in the first half yesterday.
And again, a few of them have just been on, a couple, like a defender falls down or a little mistake. They're not really getting them in the flow of the offense.
Here's Powell for a tray. Rims out, rebound to Foster, or rather Ariza. He'll take it himself. Ariza bullies in for the deuce.
That is like the long-term appeal right there. He's 6'8", 6'9", can handle it, can dribble, can play defense, and get you out in transition. I think he is going to be a high level recruit for a reason. Like, there's a chance he ends up as a consensus 5-star for just about everybody when it's all said and done.
Running the floor to perfection. Right now, Ariza, the 9th ranked small forward in his class. He's already committed to play at Oregon. 7-foot wingspan and NBA in his blood. His dad, Trevor, played 18 seasons, including a championship with the Lakers in 2009. So he's
far it feels like defense has been more ahead of offense for a guy like Ariza, and it's like maybe more the projection of what he's going to be one day is why he's a 5-star type of caliber prospect. But when that other skill starts to pop along too, it's like, oh boy, like watch out, like this kid's going to be, getting paid to play basketball for a very, very long time.
We know he's got the size, the athleticism, clearly able to run the floor. What is that next skill for him that could get him playing for a long time?
Yeah, it's really more just his offensive growth and kind of finding out like how you score. Like, can he be a spot up catch and shoot guy? Will he buy into being a cutter off the ball? Can he continue to grow his handle? It's all the little things there. That takes time. Like, and he's got, if he can master the defense and playing hard and then figure the rest of that out as it comes, like that's usually a good strategy.
He's on Zhang right now as Richardson sets up the Veritas offense and throws it away.
Yeah, you just can't turn it over on a game like this. Like, Veritas, every possession really, really matters, especially when it feels like Link is getting what they want in the half court. I will say, not all turnovers are created equal. That one is not a live ball turnover. That's not a 2 points the other way. Throwing it out of bounds, like, yeah, you don't want to turn it over, but at least they're not scoring again. You can kind of get your defense set.
Wasn't pretty, not the end of the world.
Correct.
Here's Medlock. Again, Powell on him. Foster. The entry feed and nice whip out. This is Gray Bear. Rims out from 3, rebound to Powell. Veritas, an 11-point hole after trouncing Utah Prep yesterday. Audacious 3 for Johnson.
He took that from the absolute parking lot.
And quick response, the miss from Gray Bear. Offensive rebound Reed, and then Zhang scoops it. So after the parking lot 3, we'll see if Veritas gets some mojo. Zhang, the drive. Fouled, and I don't think the shot's going to count.
I think they gave it to him.
Oh, they do? They give him some continuation.
He earned it. That was earned.
One chance for Zhang.
He earned that one. That's just a terrific drive again. Like Zhang, like we've talked about, the jumper sets up his entire game, but these drives are slippery, and then he finishes with that inside hand. That's really, really good stuff.
Boyan Zhang continues to impress. And he converts his second and one of the day. At 5:30, Link by 5. Medlock splashes it.
When your point guard can run off a pin down like that and also be a threat to fire it from 3, that's a really, really nice quality to have in your bag.
The second triple for Carlos Medlock Jr.
Come on, Powell, I got to get this mismatch back and drive it.
Johnson, mid-range J.
So he gets the parking lot 3 to go down, and now he's going to get after it from the mid-range.
Running the floor, Reed fouled by Johnson.
And if you're Veritas and George Zidane and that head coaching staff, like that can't happen. A play like that can't happen. After you get a made bucket to give up a transition run out like that can't happen. You got to run back on the floor and protect the basket.
Johnson, who didn't play a minute yesterday, with a really active minute. He hit the 3 from the lot, then the mid-ranger, and then the foul.
You can tell he's a pretty, polished offensive player. Now he's going to go out and get a quick blow back in, but those 2 buckets will get you on the floor early in the second half. Of Veritas is, again, trying to dig out of a deficit.
And they still are, as Reed looks to make him pay. 6'10" senior headed for Mississippi State. Splits them.
Feels like Veritas has been a little hesitant to play both of their bigs at the same time. It's really just they're trying to get as much skill on the floor around one big against this Link team, and it kind of makes sense with all the size and athleticism that Link can trot out.
They got Ching in the game right now. He rolls away as Zhang collects it. Powell driving, baseline, off the glass, boarded by Reed.
I like the process there, though. You're bigger than him. You got to keep driving it.
Here's Thompson, and he misses the three. Rebound hauled in by Richardson, and then he's fouled. Perry, little body bump.
It feels like Thompson does give Veritas a different gear with his ability to get you into early offense and transition. And so far, Veritas really hasn't gotten a ton of those looks. They need more of that if they want to, kind of cut this thing to 2 or 3 before the half.
Deficit sits at 7 right now. Zhang, quick trigger. Can't hit it. Offensive board, Powell. The spin, and then Ching, a bobble. Collects it. Back to Powell. Intercepted. A turnover. Here's Foster. He'll go right to the can and miss it. Reed the follow.
That's a great move by Reed to run right to the front of the rim and be active and ready for the putback.
Now 5 points in 4 minutes for Tristan Reed.
He's a nice player. He's a really nice player.
Richardson, step back Jay. Boarded by Reed.
Again, a few more jumpers for Veritas. It feels like they just haven't got enough at the teeth of the defense.
Medlock, long 2, rims out, rebound to Richardson. Here comes Zhang running the floor. Veritas has trailed this one from the get-go. 88 points yesterday in a victory over Utah Prep. And it's plucked away. Medlock by himself, rise high.
5'11" with springs in your legs like that to go up for a two-handed jam. That's a little bit different. Michigan State has a good one in Carlos Medlock Jr.
I think Tom Izzo's mouth is watering. Look at these hops from the point guard of the future.
Yeah, and he gets to hang on the rim a little bit there. I like that they didn't tech him, call him for a tech with that either.
And a timeout for Veritas. Both teams getting together now as we take a look now at today's Chipotle Player Spotlight. And today we're taking a look at Davion Thompson, who is the reigning Chicago Sun-Times Player of the Year. I love the simplicity of his Chipotle order. Just the steak, the rice, the beans, the queso. He's got the fundamentals.
He does. I do think he needs a little corn. Like
corn.
The corn
Your
is
corn
a good
man?
addition to the Chipotle order. But Davion Thompson is going to be a really, really nice player. I think he's going to probably end up as a 5-star in the class of 2027. He just fills it up, and we haven't seen him a ton so far today. But when you're kind of playing with elite guards like that, you have to pick and choose your spots. We'll hear from him at some point this week.
8 minutes, no points in today's game, but it did score 15 yesterday. And Thompson, just such a high-level shooter. We mentioned Sun-Times Player of the Year last year. That was as a sophomore at Bolingbrook High, the only sophomore ever to win that award in 67 years.
That's saying something, especially in this state of Illinois, where basketball is king. And the thing is, the jumper sets up his whole game, but he really is a 3-level scorer. Illinois, Indiana, Michigan State, Tennessee. Those are some of the early teams you hear with Davion Thompson, but he's going to have his pick of the litter.
Pretty much. And well earned for Thompson, whose team leads by 11 right now. 3 to go in the second quarter here at the Level Up Hoopfest in Utah. See if Veritas can get a little offensive rhythm. It's been evasive so far as a foul's called away from the ball. It'll go on Link.
Looks like a double foul. That's an interesting angle there. I didn't see a ton of contact on that one. One thing that's interesting too now, like Link is getting Ethan Taylor back into the game. Like their defensive coverages and pick and rolls change a little bit. They can get a little bit more aggressive. Right there, they were blitzing some of those ball screens with Taylor. That versatility. I mean, when he's 7 feet and 245 and can protect the rim, and then also blitz pick and rolls at 30 feet from the rim. Like that's the fun stuff defensively with him.
There's a reason he's playing Big Ten ball next year.
Almost another turnover there.
Richardson on skates, met by a double, keeps it. Now Johnson, bullying in, lays it in.
Wired to score, man, wired to score. We've seen him in the mid-range with the pull-up. We've seen him from the parking lot with a 30-foot bomb. Now we see him at the rim. That's a three-level bucket getters right now.
7 points for the native of the Bahamas, KJ Johnson. Now Thompson takes a little arm bar from Soli.
We really haven't heard much from Soli so far today. I think that does say a lot, too, about Link's perimeter defense. But, yeah, at some point, he has got to assert himself into this game if Link wants to, or if Veritas wants to get back into it.
Yesterday's game, Soli nearly a triple-double. And today, in 8 minutes, he has no points, no boards, and 1 assist. So to your point, he's been quieter.
And it's always like that challenge of like, am I going to assert myself in this thing, or am I going to try to get others involved? It's like that balancing act as a big point guard. But at some point, we got to hear from you, right? The lights are on. It's time to go.
Lights are on at 2:25 in the second. Link still with the commanding lead. Here comes a screen from Soli. And Ariza switches on to Richardson. Johnson, another parking lot tray.
3 more of these. That's 10 for him. He's outstanding. And you get 1 bucket to go in early and just see the confidence start to go.
After not playing yesterday, I guess the rest is working to Johnson's favor.
I have a feeling he's going to be playing a whole lot more down the stretch here.
Wow. And offers come his way from UC Riverside. Johnson, just a junior out of the Bahamas. His last.
And these these makes are pure, right? Like they are nothing but just the net.
I think the red rep specs really add to his mystique.
The goggles really help shooters. The pass.
Little pick and roll to Taylor. Lost it for a moment. Lost it again, and it's plucked away by Soli. In transition, Zhang finds Soli on the baseline, trying to weave around. Ching back to Soli. The 7-2 Taylor holding his ground here on Zhang, who just flips it. And a 3 in the key is called on Veritas.
For the most part, I've been impressed with Link's defense. Like for 80% of the possessions, it feels like they're forcing Veritas into shots that they don't want, and that's a sign of a defense that's pretty connected.
The team that scored 88 yesterday right now is on pace for not even 60. And a 3-point miss for Foster. Go back the other way.
Yeah, so far right now, Veritas just 8 for 26 from the field, 31%. That's just not going to get it done right now, especially when they're not able to dominate the glass battle right now, too. Link is out rebounding Veritas 18-12.
Here's Johnson. Another quarter triple.
You just cannot leave him open. And he's yapping on his way back down the court, which I love. Like, you've earned the right to talk a little smack after you drill a third 3 of the first half.
13 points for Johnson. He's really brought Veritas back into this game.
Giving him a real spark. That's what you want from your bench guys. Just be active and give us something, and Johnson has certainly supplied it.
Ariza on Powell, on skates, and he traveled. Well, someone who didn't play yesterday for Veritas is turning into the story of the night. He wears red goggles. His name is KJ Johnson.
And they ran him off a little pin down, get him into the corner for an open 3. So we've seen him playing on the ball, being able to drive it, and then off the ball, he runs off a pin down for 3, and he shows up the 3. Like he says, I will give you these buckets right in your face, even though I don't maybe look like a hooper. Like, I'm hooping today.
Well, you look like a hooper when you're hitting those. Now Veritas can pull to within a possession. Sam to Richardson. He'll take his time from that Viking logo. Driving, Richardson, blocked by Taylor. Third rejection for the big man.
Excellent defensive coverage there. They drove it left, and he was up to the task, and they switched it and tried to drive it right, and drove to the rim, and he sends that, not into the 4th row, just into the 1st row this time.
Towards our camera operator.
I really like Taylor's game. It feels like he is only a few tweaks away from being like a true 2-way difference maker. We've seen the rim protection. We've seen him make a jumper. If he can improve those hands and improve his motor, like Michigan State will get him right. Like there's a reason why a lot of people think he might be the best big in this class.
Now 3 to shoot for Veritas. Off the inbound, it's Soli. Rims out from 3.
Again, another pretty like great defensive possession from Link. They've been really tied in for the most part. Really outside of not being able to contain KJ Johnson. That's about the only issue.
Veritas lucky to be down just 5. With 6 seconds left, Medlock. Spin, floater, off. There's Taylor off the glass, and we go to halftime. Link by 5. Well, for Veritas, the three-point shooting seemingly out of nowhere by KJ Johnson kept him in it, but the defensive versatility for Link really strong.
Yeah, Carlos Medlock Jr. set the tone too in the middle part of that first half, getting a couple easy buckets. And when Link guards like this, they can beat anybody in the country.
36-31 at the break. Second half on the other side. This is the Level Up Hoopfest on League Ready.
It's not just a burrito.
It's handheld.
Foil wrapped.
Really fresh.
Real ingredients.
From the farm.
Fresh every day.
Responsibly raised.
Without that bad stuff, it's magic happening.
Best of the best, baby. 100% yum.
Literally massive deliciousness.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic,
Cumin, coriander, it's super tender.
juicy. People love it, and it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're gonna want to put it on everything.
10 out of 10 flavor.
You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Level Up Hoopfest on League Ready. Back in action for the second half. Link up 5 on Veritas. Sam Breathe, Isaac Trotter with you. And Isaac, it was really the three-point shot that saved Veritas, notably KJ Johnson.
Yeah, he's been red hot, 13 points of their 31 in the first half. I really think if Link defends the three-point strike better in the second half, they're going to win this one going away. Because Veritas offensively, 4 for 18 on shots that are not threes in that first half. If you can dominate the paint like Link has for the next second half here, I think they can run away and hide. But if you keep letting Veritas get these open threes, you're going to be in hot water.
And a major difference in scoring balance. Link has played 9 guys today. All of them have scored. Meanwhile, for Veritas, 26 of their 31 points have come from 2 guys.
It's really fascinating because it feels like with Link, like they bring in their second unit of Tristan Reed and Taj Riza up front, and really nothing changes. Like they're able to kind of be the same thing. For Veritas, it's been very different. You know, Rand Soli is somebody that we highlighted in the open, a guy that I really like his game, but he's kind of been AWOL in the first half, and Veritas is still alive. They're only down 5. If Soli gets going, I think that's the way for Veritas to ultimately win this one.
Link will start with the ball to start half 2. This is game 1 of a trifecta today on League Ready, and it's Perry to Taylor right away.
I like the high-low action there. Perry being able to drive, draw 2, drop it off for Taylor, and Taylor's not going to miss many when he has an uncontested around the rim.
4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks, and too many deflections to count for Taylor.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been great. Taylor and Perry, honestly, have both been great in that regard.
Step back 3 for Zhang, in and out. Rebound squeaks to Thompson, then smartly throws it off Powell. Link ball.
I mean, Thompson is a guy that, like, 5-star type of prospect, going to be one of the better players in his class. He only has 2 points in the first half, but staying engaged, being able to rebound for a guard, that's really huge. That's why Link is winning the rebounding battle right now, because their guards have been able to crash down and get boards.
And remember, they beat Wasatch yesterday while getting out-muzzled on the boards. -9 in the margin.
I think they heard the challenge and have responded.
Big time. Here's Foster. Baseline drive, and he's rejected and fouled. Whistle on Precious Sam.
Kind of slicey, dicey drives there from the baseline, and able to get himself in a good spot and get to the free throw line. I like his game. Like I've talked about how smooth he looks from 3, and you can see the jumper and everything. But off the bounce, like he's got a real prowess of being able to get into the lane and be able to draw contact and get to the charity stripe.
Scored 15.4 a game in the EYBL summer. Shot almost 40% from 3. And he'll play for Mark Few at Gonzaga next year. Gets his own board for a moment off the miss. Then Zhang plucks it away. So Veritas ball, down 8. Zhang has Taylor on him and throws it away. A turnover. Medlock. Thompson. Foster! And he missed it. Perry scoops it. Link has a second chance.
I just love Foster's motor. It feels like he's always in the right place at the right time and always has energy. Like the off switch, it doesn't exist for a guy like that.
This would have been something else.
Ooh,
Foster just mistimed it.
Yeah, just needed 2 more inches on the vert. A few more calf raises and he's there.
Medlock misses the 3. Tip for Foster's off. And then a third chance for Thompson. On the money off the glass.
Perry and Taylor just relentless, and then Thompson kind of cleans it up and gets his first bucket of the day. Just had 2 free throws before that.
11 offensive rebounds today for Link. Powell motoring in, fouled and 1.
He is big and strong and wired to score. And like we talked about in the first half, there were times where it felt like he got a little jump shot happy. And playing jump shot roulette is hard, right? Sometimes the jumper just doesn't go in. I love the identity of being able to get downhill. It takes the contact, gets right through it, and is able to finish for the old-fashioned 3-point play coming right up.
Just bullied over Medlock.
Yeah, I mean, he is just, I mean, you look at him and see his frame. He's 6'5", 210 already right now. Imagine when he gets in a college strength and conditioning program, like he is going to be a house in, 12 months.
Sort of awkward in the corner, but Medlock has it. Working on Zhang, flips it, Taylor, open dunk.
I mean, look at the unselfishness from Medlock there, and to be able to draw two defenders and whip a pass over his head like that is really, really high level. Way to read the floor and find the open man.
Now a three solely, no.
Good
Rebound
look.
to Medlock.
Really good look. You'll take that every single time. He's got to get going.
He's yet to. Now Medlock, 4-3.
I don't know how you just don't love his game. Like, he just has a great feel for it. High-level competitive spirit. That's his third three of the game. And Carlos Medlock is playing like, I know he's 5'11", 165, but he's playing like one of the biggest and baddest players on the floor.
10 points for Medlock.
Hand down, man down. Like, you just can't contest low against him.
And he's got the moxie. He'll play for Tom Izzo in East Lansing next year, along with his Link teammate, the big man, Ethan Taylor. Those two seem like a perfect fit for the Izzo program.
And Michigan State right now is a little different than a lot of other college basketball teams. They're built on development, and freshman recruiting really mattered to them. And, you know, in the NIL era, like, it really comes down to, like, how much are you paying freshmen early? Michigan State has invested in these guys. Like, they have big aggressive contracts for Medlock, big aggressive contracts for Taylor, and they're basically telling him, like, we have an opening for you to come in and be a piece ready to go right away, but if you buy into our development, you're going to be a piece that we can also have for multiple years. Like Medlock, like, people are going to look at him at 5'11", 165 NBA decision makers, be like, I don't know if he's a league NBA guy. He can be a really, really impactful Big Ten college basketball player for 4 years, and Michigan State is giving him the runway to do it.
So investing more in the development of these guys than some other programs, maybe more 1 year at a time.
Yeah, when Michigan State basically gets you as a freshman, like, you're their guy until the wheels come off. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, they're not going to try to recruit over you in the transfer portal, and that's why guys stay there. They don't go out in the portal a lot, but they also don't have a ton of transfers. And last year you saw it, like, their development of Jace Richardson, you know, Trey Holloman, Jaden Akins, it all starts to come together. And you're also, again, seeing it starting this winter. And, you know, when you get a big man in a center like this coming in, along with some of the other, I mean, Michigan State is one of the best recruiting classes in the country. Josiah Jervis is another big-time player. Good things are ahead for Sparty.
Off the Johnson miss, out of bounds to Link. Leading by game high 13.
I also just like the idea of bringing in a point guard and a center from the same team, like, as like a building blocks for the future. It's like they already have a lot of, like, continuity heading into college. Like, that's an underrated subplot.
It makes a ton of sense. Frankly, I'm surprised we don't see it more. Here's Medlock, his future college teammate in the middle of the floor, watching as Medlock misses. Rebound to Sam.
I like Powell's competitive spirit there. He just was basically like, you're not scoring on me on this possession. I'm going to make it as hard as possible.
You know Johnson can pull from anywhere. He does there. Not this time. And it tips out to Medlock.
I think he was trying to draw a foul there, too.
Hungry for the whistle. Here's Perry, body bumped. No call, out of bounds. Veritas ball, and Perry's saying, dude, where's my foul?
Yeah, I'm 6'5", 195 pounds. I get hit to the ground. Like, that doesn't just happen by accident, but no whistle. Now we play on.
Little quieter start to the second half for Trent Perry, whose first 30 seconds of the game were about as good as it gets. He had 2 deflections, a block, and then a nifty layup in transition in the first 32 seconds.
Yeah, really nice player. Really nice player so far. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist.
Down 13, here's Richardson for Veritas. Zhang, triple, on the money.
I really like his game. I really like his game. We've seen it a little bit of every level. He's regarded as one of the top prospects coming from China, and you can see why.
13 points after 15 yesterday, and now Foster, the tray.
And just as I say that, he blows a defensive assignment, and Foster makes him pay with a wide open 3.
And for Luka Foster, he just keeps on cooking. He's at 11, 3 from downtown.
You see that dribble handoff right here, and then another dribble handoff. You bust the switch, wide open, drills it.
Zhang didn't even get a hand up. And the lead for Link back to a game-high 13 points.
Offensively here in the second half, like, it feels like, again, it feels like Link is kind of getting whatever they want. They're shooting 45% from the field here in the second half. And when they've missed, like, they're getting offensive rebounds off of that too. So you're kind of having, like, positive possessions stacked on top of each other.
After getting out-rebounded by 9 yesterday, Link is plus 13 on the glass, and Isaac, seems like that's made all the difference.
It's rim dominance. It's out-rebounding them, and then also points in the paint. They're up 20-8 on points in the paint, and like you can make as many threes as you want. You're kind of forcing Veritas to, hey, you got to make 15 threes to beat us tonight when we're just destroying you at the rim on both ends of the floor.
Rim destroyer Ethan Taylor's been at the center of all that.
Just makes it hard. Like, I don't know if I really want to drive to the basket when the 7'2" dude is down there just looming.
And then a steal, but a foul call as Perry was ready to rim rock.
Perry is like feeling like the refs are out to get him a little bit in the last couple possessions. Doesn't get the foul on one end, and then he gets called for that one. He was thinking about putting the dude on, on a poster if he could.
I don't know if anyone was even there to be posterized.
Yeah, that's right. They were going to be posterized from the far back as he's at the free throw line. Yeah, exactly.
Blurred out on your Sports Illustrated Kids poster.
And just it's so easy to see why you like him, right? Like, just so easy to see why so many college coaches want to have him on your team, because he feels like he makes everybody better.
Miscommunication leads to a turnover.
That's like one thing that I think gets lost sometimes is like, how many teams can that guy play on? And every single basketball team could use Trent Perry. Every single one. Like, he fits on any team regardless of who the guards are, who the bigs are. Trent Perry can play for you.
He'll be physical, deflections, force havoc, and make some shots. Medlock, a miss from 3. Here comes Richardson in transition. Veritas with numbers. Zhang. He's dangerous. Little strong from 3. Rebound tips to back to Veritas. Powell the miss. And now Link ball.
Feels like Link just has Veritas just a tad like sped up. Even on that one, it's like 3-on-2 and you're settling for a 17-foot contested jumper. It's like it feels like they have to rush to get whatever shot they want because they know at the rim, like if they don't get one at the rim quick, Ethan Taylor's coming alongside to swat it away.
Right, you know you can get a better shot than that.
And now he's off the floor, and it feels still like Link's rim protection doesn't really go anywhere. It's a little bit different, but you still have a lot of pop in there with Tristan Reed checking in.
Thompson goes to work. Floater is good.
That's tough. That's really tough. Basically over 2 defenders there.
And just so smooth for Davion Thompson. Now a lead of 15 for the Link Lions. Richardson feeling the heat.
There's no open driving lanes. Everything is clogged up.
They just keep it on the perimeter. Soley finally gets inside. Back out. Richardson, 4-3. Off. And a long rebound for Perry. He'll run. Thompson, 3. It's off. Rebound to Foster. Right back in.
I think they heard the challenge after being out-rebounded again. That's the 12th offensive rebound of the game and another second chance point.
Just out-muscling everyone.
11-0 in second chance points for Link Academy, and that's almost the difference in the game as they're up by 17.
It's a coaching dream come true. Here's Zhang on the baseline. Inside and fouled.
Zhang is like kind of part of the international wave of basketball. We see it in high school, we see it in college, obviously in the NBA, but like guys from college, guys from international waters are coming over ready to play. And he's, I mean, he is a really, really nice player. I would not be surprised to see if his recruitment really blows up here in the next coming stretch.
Offers so far from Cal, Washington State, UC Riverside, so a lot of West Coast Pac-12 flavor.
And Cal, Mark Mattson is known as one of the elite of talent evaluators. And Washington State, it feels like they find gems every single year. Like LaJuan Watts is an awesome gem that he's now at Texas Tech. You know, they've had some really, really good players throughout the years.
So those are meaningful offers from programs who really know how to evaluate. And they've all offered Boyan Zhang.
Cedric Coward's the other one with Washington State that I was thinking of, obviously first-round pick for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been one of the most impressive rookies. And, yeah, David Riley finds him in a quiet gym because he was playing D3 hoops back in the day. Like, they know what they're doing as evaluators.
They know ball. Medlock fouled.
It doesn't take a ball knower. You don't have to take a ball knower test to know that Carlos Medlock Jr. is really good at basketball.
No.
he just pops right away.
Scored 25 a game last year, led Wayne Memorial in Detroit to their first ever state title game. then moved on to Link for his senior season before he plays at Michigan State.
You know, I think the beauty of what Link has right now, too, with Davion Thompson being able to play on the ball is that, like, Carlos Medlock gets to play off the ball a little bit and show some of his versatility. That's like a big X factor for him moving into college. Like, is he a point guard that can play off the ball a little bit? So far, like, we've seen him run off a couple pin downs for threes. Like, he has proven that.
And he nails both free throws. So 12 points for Medlock, showing us a little bit of everything this afternoon. He's on Richardson.
He's done a nice job on Richardson.
Johnson floater, good. But an offensive foul sends it back.
And guess who it is? Medlock again. Yeah, I mean, that's he takes a charge on that, but Richardson, he's been all over Richardson so far today, and Richardson is 1 for 6 from the field, just 3 points, has, 2 turnovers. That says a lot about what Medlock is bringing on the defensive end as well.
And that's a huge step down for Richardson from yesterday. He was incredibly efficient with 10 points, 7 dimes.
Got into the paint at will today, not so much.
Medlock shut him down. 90 seconds left in the third now. Here is Medlock, curling off a screen. He's open, and he drills the three.
Feels like every time Veritas makes a defensive mistake, Link makes him pay for it.
Chad Myers calls timeout as Medlock has 15 points, 3 of 5 from downtown. This is just that shooter's touch.
You just have to know the scouting report, and you know that if he is open for the top of the key, he is pulling it. You can't bust a switch, or Medlock will make you pay. I mean, again, like I said earlier, it feels like it's hard not to like how he plays. Like, just great pace in the half court, great speed in transition. He picked you up full court, 94 feet. Doesn't allow easy driving lanes when he's guarding the ball. Like, just a really, really terrific player. I think he's going to be a 4-year guy at Michigan State and impact winning along the way.
What tells you he'll be a 4-year guy?
He just seems like someone who, like, the NBA is just going to be like, 5'11". There's just not a lot of room for 5'11" guards in the NBA right now. And so it makes me think he's going to be a 4-year type of college player. And guess what? In this era, in the NIL era, that's a great job to have. That's a really, really great job to have. 4 years.
I would apply. In this era, everyone coming for the cash in college basketball. And Carlos Medlock Jr. will play for Tom Izzo next year. He has scored 36 points during this Level Up Hoopfest in just under 60 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching Tom Izzo's press conference about some of these young guys and making pizza with Ethan Taylor and his family, like the way that Medlock vibed with them on the visit. It feels like a little bit like old school recruiting. It's kind of fun to see that relationship already get fostered early.
Yeah, come make a pie with us. Veritas, meanwhile, down 21 points. Ching for 3. Short offensive board. Dopsis back up, and a foul called on Reed.
That is the 7th offensive rebound for Veritas, but it feels like it's been like an hour since they've gotten an offensive rebound. So, like, a good move there by Dopsis to get a second chance opportunity, and he'll head to the charity stripe. The
starting center for the Greek team at the FIBA Under-18 Eurobasket tournament, 6'11", 280, off to Duquesne next year.
Duquesne's done a good job of recruiting internationally as well, too.
Yeah. And Dopsis will head up there to Pittsburgh as he hits both free throws. Shave that lead to 19.
I mean, for the most part, I think he kind of has a college-ready frame. Like, maybe trim up a little bit, but, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he's in the rotation next year, getting spot minutes as a backup big.
He looks ready to bump bodies in the Atlantic 10.
He'll get after it on the glass.
Here's Ariza's first touch of the quarter. Barnes off the glass. Reed no on the putback. Gets it back, up, and then Ariza can't stick it. Ball still bouncing, and Veritas falls on it. They call it jump ball, and it's Veritas ball.
Missed opportunity for Link, but I feel like if you're Chad Myers, you just love that possession. Just like 3-4 volleys at the rim, just getting after it.
And continuing the offensive rebounding machine as Zhang comes back in. 14 offensive rebounds today.
Yeah, so they've missed 28 shots, and they've gotten their own miss back 14 times. That's a 50% offensive rebound rate.
It's ridiculous.
Really good math.
Ridiculous.
Really good math. Everybody, I think the magic number's like 38%, 40%. When you're at the 50% range, like that's domination.
Feels like you can't lose.
Yep.
Ariza forces a turnover. A little swipe on Zhang.
I like when you see young guys too, like get fired up when they make a good defensive play too. It shows like that part of that other end of the floor is important to him.
Right, show me, don't tell me that you value defense. Ariza does just that. And now Davion Thompson and Link can hold for the final shot of the third. What a performance it's been for Chad Meyer's team here in Utah. 5 seconds for Ariza. Fadeaway J, short. And it goes out of bounds off of Barnes. There's the third quarter buzzer. So we go on to the fourth. Link by 19 here at the Level Up Hoopfest. We'll be back with quarter four.
It's not just a burrito.
It's handheld.
Foil wrapped.
Really fresh.
Real ingredients.
From the farm.
Fresh every day.
Responsibly raised.
Without that bad stuff, it's magic happening.
Best of the best, baby. 100% yum.
Literally massive deliciousness.
If there's one thing I've learned in 23 seasons, don't be afraid of rejection. It's the greatest teacher of all time.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
Fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic.
Cumin, coriander, it's super tender.
Juicy. People love it, and it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're gonna want to put it on everything.
10 out of 10 flavor.
Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor, Chipotle, for real. Back at the Level Up Hoopfest, game one of our trifecta for you this Thanksgiving Tuesday. Sam Brief, Isaac Trotter, our wonderful crew with you, and for Link Academy, it's a 19-point lead thanks to a ton of muscle on the glass.
Defensive domination there in that third quarter. They outscore Veritas 22-8 to get a little bit of separation, and yeah, 31-18 advantage on the boards, 22-8 advantage on points in the paint. That's a really, really good ratio for both of those numbers.
An incredibly balanced scoring. Only two players in double figures. Medlock with 15, Foster with 13. But 9 different Lions have gotten in on the action. 3-point miss for Gray Bear, chased out of bounds. It'll go to Veritas.
I like how Link has shared the ball too for the most part. I know the numbers only say 10 assists on 20 made buckets, but I mean, a few of those buckets have been offensive rebounds. Like for the most part, it feels like their ball movement and player movement, and body movement has been really, really good today.
And they've only turned the ball over 6 times in the opening 3 quarters. 9 turnovers for Veritas. Here's Powell, carving inside, and that shot blocked by Reed. Ariza looking to cook on the baseline. Reed blocked, fouled by Sam.
Reed goes up with bad intentions every time. He's missed a couple dunks today through contact, and that time it feels like every time he catches the ball within like 3 feet in this restricted area, like he wants to pound it home.
Can't blame him. 6'10" out of St. Louis. Younger brother of Terrace Reed, who plays at UConn, started at Michigan.
Terrace Reed having a breakout season for the Huskies. If he can get healthy, he's going to probably be, first or second best big man in the Big East. Good bloodlines.
And his little bro hits the second 20-point game.
Again, I mean, you're just not going to find many backup 5s in high school basketball right now that are more talented and more game ready than Tristan Reed.
Richardson, way strong from 3. Offensive rebound spills out to Zhang. Veritas just does not have the shooting might we saw yesterday. Richardson driving. Fall away, Jay. Pretty.
Medlock off the floor. Richardson can get going a little bit. I feel like if you're Veritas, you got to ride that here for the final 6-ish minutes.
Down 18, it'll take a huge surge, but possible. Barnes. Thompson. Cross-court skipper. It's a 3 for Gray Bear and boarded by Zhang. He gets bumped in transition. Ariza on the foul.
Really an excellent pass to get an open corner 3 there. He manipulated the defense with his eyes. Davian Thompson did. Drew that help defender over the low man and then found the open corner 3. It's a really good process even if the ball didn't go in. KJ Johnson checking back in here. I mean, if you're KJ, you're playing with a lot of confidence, ready to huck a few more threes if you get an open one.
He's got 13 points in 8 minutes. Has barely played in the second half, and Zhang fouled by Barnes.
This dude can hoop like that. I mean, he's creative and slippery and great size and can handle it. They're basically playing him on the ball a ton. He's getting a lot of pick and roll reps. We've seen a couple of the drop-off passes and pick and rolls. Like, he's a nice, really, really nice player. Good shooting stroke as well.
He really burst onto the scene yesterday. Boyan Zhang, 15 points in 17 minutes in a victory over Utah Prep. Then today, he gets the start, and he puts in 15 more. He's also 7 of 8 from the stripe, make it 8 of 9. And Zhang gets a seat.
A seat on that second seat on the bench, though, means you're going right back in just a second. Get a drink of water because you're not going to be sitting there for long.
Maybe 45 seconds. We'll see. Thompson, deep 3. It's good.
Pretty good defense, honestly, from Veritas. Doesn't even matter. Thompson, hand in his face, does not matter. Buckets.
His first triple, he's got 9.
He didn't press the envelope too much, but he's certainly made his fingerprints felt on this game, put his fingerprint imprint on it.
And Ariza plucks it from Johnson. And then Richardson gets it back, walks into a 3. Really interesting shot. Ariza the rebound. Here he comes in transition. Taj Ariza takes a tumble. He was fouled.
I mean, Ariza, like, offensively, it feels a little clunky at times today, but his energy, his attention to detail defensively, just the number of balls he's gotten his hands on for deflections, like, it's all really good stuff for Ariza.
Now he gets a look from the free throw line and a chance to settle himself down. Took some contact. Oh, there's Boyan Zhang. I think it was 35 seconds he got on the bench. Right around 6:10, he checked out. Enough time for water.
Yeah, really long rest there. Lot of rest.
So the fresh legs of Boyan Zhang back in the game. Power nap.
Now he has to go guard Thompson. Good luck.
Tough assignment. Thompson, deep 3. Good. And so smooth.
And that's over Zhang, who has, like, really good perimeter size and doesn't even matter. Thompson, again, it felt like a while ago he just had 2 points on a couple free throws, and you look up, all of a sudden he's up to, 12 points.
So he really is scoring in a hurry. Hard for us to keep up.
A flurry of buckets.
Richardson with a bit of a mismatch, but Reed is all over him. Zhang, deep 3. On the mark.
Rested legs. Now he's ready for that deep 3.
So the rested Zhang, 19 points. It's a game high after the power nap. And this Zhang, he's going to have some offers pouring in the next few weeks. Here comes Richardson in transition. He'll take a wide open 3. Zhang the board, the putback, 21 for Boyan.
Kind of understand it, right? Like you're trying to get an open 3. It's a little weird to see a 2-on-0 fast break stop for a 3, but that feels like college, or that feels just like basketball these days. The 3s are so much more valuable than 2s for the most part.
What do you think Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain would say watching that? 2-hand slam. That is a grown man play for Reed. And Veritas calls time.
Tristan Reed has been itching to get his dunk so far today. He missed a couple others. He was not going to be denied on this one.
Well, you called it. He looks like he has bad intentions every time he catches the ball. And this time the payoff.
And he holds on that rim a little bit, like you're just kind of wondering with a big fella like that, 6'10", 240, is like, is the backboard going to break if he hits that a little bit harder?
It's a strong backboard they have at Pleasant Grove High School. The host of this wonderful tournament, 15 games across 3 days, including a trifecta for you today on League Ready. And folks, if you're around with us all afternoon and evening, stick around. AZ Compass and Utah Prep right around the corner, starting about 10 minutes after this one here on League Ready. So some more big names in that game.
Yeah, Utah Prep. Get ready to learn Jackson Kiss, one of the best prospects from New Zealand. He's going to head to Iowa State and kind of looking to get back on the right track in this one.
Yeah, 7 turnovers yesterday for Kiss. He was effective at times, but not his most efficient. So chance for redemption in about 20 minutes. 4 to go in this one. Veritas down 19, needing a flurry. Richardson looking for Zhang. Instead, he takes it. Tough shot. Boarded by Medlock.
Yeah, Medlock just makes everyone's life so hard.
The defensive prowess has been there to go with 15 points and a huge lead for the Lions. Foster's open. The 3, it's off. Now Zhang in transition. And he loses it. A little wild there. Ariza feeds Perry. A rim rattler.
Ariza again, just involved defensively. Able to speed up Zhang just a smidge. Gets the turnover. And it results in a dunk on the other end.
Almost all of Perry's points have come in transition. Now with 8.
Energy. Just play hard. Good things happen when you play hard.
And a miscommunication leads to another turnover as Link is up 21.
I mean, this big man platoon of Tristan Reed and Ethan Taylor is just stupid. You have 32 minutes of one of those guys are on the floor at all time. It just makes it so hard. You can see why Link has really high expectations and hopes this year.
It's shocking watching this game that they were actually out-rebounded by 9 against a Wasatch team that isn't incredibly big.
Makes no sense.
Foul keeps it here. Ethan Taylor, bound for Michigan State, along with teammate Carlos Medlock Jr. He comes from Shawnee Mission Northwest High School in Kansas, where he's their all-time rebounding and block leader after playing just 3 years at Shawnee Mission.
Is that it? That's really impressive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, when all 5 starters are going to play high major basketball, because Gonzaga is a high major team. Let's get that off the dome right there too. And then you're bringing in Taj Ariza and Tristan Reed, who are also going to play for Oregon and Mississippi State. Like that's your roster's pretty darn good.
I thought Gonzaga was just a little mid-major, right?
No plucky mid-majors at Gonzaga. A little step through.
Beautiful move. Put back for Taylor.
It's good to get a big fella a couple extra buckets because I feel like he's played really well, even if the numbers haven't necessarily shown offensively. Now he's up to 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Those numbers will play. That's in 14 minutes for Taylor. Ching bobbles, Medlock steals it. Nothing going right for Veritas. They have just 48 points after exploding for 88 yesterday. And the shooting numbers bear that.
7 for 25 on shots that aren't threes today.
Ching swipes in for the steal. It's a 4-on-3 now. It's a couple guys on the ground. And then Colby just drops it in.
8 for 24 now on shots that aren't threes.
They're inflating that number for you, Isaac. And yesterday they shot about 60% from the floor, 60% from 3, but today 31% on field goals. Now a Chad Myers timeout. Get Medlock out of the game. He will leave with a team-high 15 points, 4 of 9 shooting. That's after 21 yesterday.
Just a great feel for the game. He's kind of one of those point guards that you feel good about your team, like when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And he's just really comforting to have on the floor.
Thompson goes to work, and Reed now with a third chance. 3 ball is good for Gray Bear. He gets in on the action.
He's got a really nice looking jumper. He just is playing on such a stacked group that's, you're not going to get a huge amount of counting stats, but he's a good player.
4-star recruit. out of McKinney, Texas. Little volleyball pass to Richardson. Nice stroke from 3.
Richardson has scored 8 points today, and all of them have come when Medlock's not on the floor.
And maybe that's the greatest compliment of all to Carlos Medlock Jr.
Absolutely.
So in the final moments of this one, Link Lions about to improve to 2-0 this week in Utah. Thompson lost it. Here goes Richardson. He's all by himself. He'll just take the easy deuce. Link yesterday, 71-66 win over a talented Wasatch team. And then today they stopped the Veritas momentum. The nearly 20-point victory, now over 20, as Gray Bear sticks another 3. 10 3-pointers for Link.
7 players, at least 8 points.
Incredibly balanced for Coach Chad Myers. And on the final Veritas possession, Richardson sticks the long 2. But today, all about the Link Lions, a 20-point victory on this Tuesday afternoon in Utah. And the tone was set right away by Carlos Medlock Jr., today's Nike Player of the Game with 15 points, 3 of 5 from downtown.
And just the ability to find his spots in transition, I thought was huge. He was able to, pick his spots, trail 3, able to knock that one down. He played off the ball today, was able to go in and knock one down off the bounce. And then defensively, just made life so hard for just about everybody. Medlock looks like the real deal.
Medlock, one of 3 players for Link in double figures. Luca Foster with 13, Davion Thompson with 12, but also Ethan Taylor, Trent Perry were defensive stalwarts in a dominant victory for Link. Again, the final 77-57. So Link takes down Veritas, and we can turn the page to our second game of the trifecta on this Thanksgiving week Tuesday. AZ Compass and Utah Prep coming up in about 15 minutes here on League Ready. But for now, alongside my partner, Isaac Trotter, and our wonderful crew, Ryan Kowalski, Chad Boxenbaum, and Sam Kaiser, I'm Sam Brief, saying so long from the Level Up Hoopfest. Talk to you again in a few minutes.